Off the show talking about financial planning, and now we want to delve a little more into one of the investments that might be a part of your plan, and that would be buying a house, possibly. Joining us now, real estate broker Edward Welch of Higgins Realty and mortgage broker Michael Breeze of Global Mortgage Incorporated. Thank you both for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Ed, since you're closest to me, let's start by talking to you, actually, just about the housing market right now. I mean, what's it like, and is it a good time to think about buying right now?
Well, this topic is a passion of mine. And the market in general, you hear a lot of negative things in the news on a daily basis about a slowing market. Well, it's actually a very positive thing for buyers. And so far, nationally, even though the market has been slowing, Philadelphia has certainly kept pace and has done very well. I would say right now, Philadelphia is in the beginning stages of a buyer's market, and it's a good time to buy.
Wow. And let's just talk about the housing boom here in Philadelphia. I mean, we're seeing condos coming up left and right. I mean, and these are not inexpensive condos, yes. But people are clearly buying them. I mean, let's just talk about that and the environment that Philadelphia is creating right now.
Yes, I believe that many people buy when they're ready, and it's where they are in their life right now, no matter where the market is. So many times right now we're seeing the boom come down, but we're also seeing a lot of things out there where people are out there and are still buying and selling property.
And Ed, let's just start by talking to first-time buyers. The process can be a bit intimidating just to think about, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money. This is a huge responsibility and a huge investment. I mean, what do you tell people when they're just looking to buy their first home and they might be a little fearful?
Well, basically, it's certainly probably one of the most expensive and largest purchases they will make in their lifetime. And the key is to plan and educate yourself. 100%. You don't want to go into this blind. You want to work with a real estate professional that is knowledgeable and reputable. And a realtor is like a car. You can take them for a test drive. Find someone that you click with and someone that you're comfortable with. And they should be able to walk you through the process and make it a much more easy transaction.
Yeah, and so take us step one or so. We're planning this. I mean, what's the first thing you do? How much money do you need to already have saved up? I mean, realistically, the first step.
Sure. Well, realistically,
we'll just go through buying a house 101 today.
Right. Realistically, buying a home is probably going to cost more than you anticipate. Almost every time. The first thing that you need to do is assess your situation and assess what you need. Take a look at your goals and your needs, your family size. Are you a growing family? Are you a shrinking family? Where do you want to be located? What school systems do you want to be in? And everything that's going to make you have a happy home. Buying real estate is a science. It's about getting the financial and the legal parts right. Buying a home is an art because you have to find somewhere that you're happy in. So the first step truly is assessing not only your needs, but assessing your financial ability. So what you need to do is talk to a lender and obtain a pre-approval to find out what your financial comfort zone is.
Okay, well that's a good segue to you, Mike, the mortgage broker in the process. Let's talk about your role here.
Yes.
In the whole process.
Yeah, our role basically that I would say is we're an advocate. Basically, we put together, work with realtors hand in hand as they find the house. We work to get we basically work to get them qualified. And in getting them qualified, we look at a whole range of items from their income to their debt, assets, liabilities. We look at the whole financial picture. And what we do is advise them and look for them based on preserving the best income for them and looking at the affordability of the house too. I think the biggest value that we bring to our clients is analysis of what is affordable for you. So even before working with a realtor, you want to find out what you can afford and what type of house you're looking for.
Okay, and also just know your own stats in a sense. I mean, we talked about off camera, that is, a minute ago, just about knowing your credit history in a sense and knowing whether you're even able to buy a house at this time.
It's also very important to understand that there's a lot of opportunity out there now because of certain loan products that are available. And if you happen to have less than perfect credit, or even if you have bad credit, don't give up on the dream of home ownership. because there's things you can do. You can work with a knowledgeable and reputable loan officer such as Michael and a reputable credit repair company, and to get your credit score up. And this is going to take time and effort, but it's going to more than pay off in the long run. A few points on your credit score can mean a few percentage points on your interest rate.
I see. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I'm taking notes. We're going to continue our conversation this morning when Speak Up returns more on the ins and outs of owning a home. Back in a moment. And those are today's headlines. Krista.
Big changes coming in the 5-day. Sean?
Welcome back to Speak Up, everyone. I'm Natasha Brown, and our guests are real estate broker Ed Welch and mortgage broker Michael Breeze. Thanks again for being here with us this morning. And we've been talking a bit about buying a home, you know, just what you do. First-time buyers can be a bit intimidated by the process, but you walked us through some of the first steps. Let's talk about the subprime market, though, and what that's all about.
Well, most recently, you've heard the mess that's ensued in the subprime market, and basically the media and the politicians have placed the blame squarely on the shoulders of lenders, and they blame illogical loan combinations such as 100% financing to people, to no documentation loans to someone with poor credit. It's a bad combination. Well, there's another way to look at this, that when used responsibly, these are methods that you can use to give the opportunity of homeownership to people who otherwise would not have had that opportunity. First-time home buyers who may not have the money to put down and need another avenue, such as a no money down payment. If you use these things responsibly, they can be a great tool.
So they don't always have to be looked at as predatory lenders?
Absolutely not.
Okay, well, that's a good thing, because I think that's been the connotation that's been out there. Mike, that's a good transition into you, actually, just talking about first-time home buyer programs, just, you know, establishing credit just so you have a good foundation.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing out there right now, a lot of news, a lot of energy around this, especially with foreclosures on the rise, talking about the subprime and what's out there, what's available. In terms of purchasing a home, for first-time home buyers, there are many programs out there, first-time assistance programs that can help people in purchasing their home. Many programs that through the government, through FHA, also through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac programs as well. There are many programs out there that help people who really are not sure if they can afford a home be able to purchase a home. And like Ed was just referring to, what you really need to do is seek out a professional and take a look at it, and take a look at the picture and what you're seeing out there. The subprime market in itself was really designed for temporary lending for breadwinners who may have, spouse may have passed away, divorce or disability may have happened in the family. So they're really a temporary product that helps you get into a home, but is not meant to be a permanent financing instrument that's going to take you through the whole purchase of your home itself. That's basically what you're gonna see around there. And in terms of credit, you're gonna see credit. Really, lenders look at credit as a way of determining the payment history of the person itself. Looking at those things. If you're going to establish credit, what you really need to look at is everything from getting a credit card. Small balances on a credit card, make sure you pay them every month. If you have student loans, make sure you're paying them every month as well. You're also going to need car payments, credit cards, those kind of things are really going to build your credit score very well. Establishing those credits and just making sure you're making those payments.
And starting early, that would be the key. I just remember, you know, in college, you're so tempted, you get all these credit card offers, and you know, it's just been a cycle I've seen just even in people that I know that are still battling back from bad credit back in college.
Absolutely,
so you really have to start early and be fiscally responsible early.
Right.
Yes.
When you're talking about your credit.
One of the other things I would add too is that it's important also that government has programs. There's other programs. I'm seeing a lot of lenders right now come out with is job counseling. to help out in the market too. They're also doing housing counseling. So even if you're really intimidated by the process too, and you don't have a professional that you know and trust that you want to seek out, you can also check out www.fha.gov, which gives independent housing counseling as well. That can help a first-time home buyer just understand more about the process too of buying a home.
Yeah, it's definitely a process, and you really need to be equipped with all the knowledge you can before you step into this.
There's many things that you want to do on your own, and again, planning and education is key here. And the FHA.gov is a great site. You also, some people don't know that you're entitled to a free copy of your credit report. And you can go to www.annualcreditreport.com and obtain a copy of that and start on your own and see where you have issues and go from there. And that really is the key. Planning and education. It's not too early to start doing your research.
Yeah, and renting versus buying. Why buying is usually, I would assume, the better option.
Yes, it definitely is. Buying, many times the money you're putting away in rent is not building equity in the home. And as we've seen, much of the wealth accumulation in this country has come from people purchasing a home and the pride of purchasing a home. Many of the programs that are in place, from the lenders to even the government programs, are there to encourage and foster home ownership.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a great discussion this morning. That's it for this week's edition of Speak Up. I'm Natasha Brown. If you have any questions or comments about this episode or suggestions for a future show, we do invite you to write us at cwphilly.com. Thanks again for watching, and have a great week, everyone.
It is absolutely incredible how many people, young and old alike, come into the Cherry Hill Triplex right here on Route 70 and say those three magic words: